A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew, chapter 16, verses 13 to 23. Passage taken from the Message version of the Bible. When Jesus arrived in the villages of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, "What are people saying about who the Son of Man is?" They replied, "Some think he is John the Baptizer. Some say Elijah. Some Jeremiah or one of the other prophets." He pressed them, "And how about you? Who do you say I am?" Simon Peter said, "You are the Christ, the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Jesus came back. "God bless you, Simon, son of Jonah. You didn't get that answer out of books or from teachers. My Father in heaven, God Himself, let you in on this secret of who I really am. And now I am going to tell you who you really are. You are Peter, a rock. This is the rock on which I will put together my church. A church so expensive with energy that not even the gates of hell will be able to keep it out. And that's not all. You will have complete and free access to God's kingdom, keys to open any and every door. No more barriers between heaven and earth and heaven. A yes on earth is yes in heaven, and no on earth is no in heaven." He swore the disciples to secrecy. He made them promise they would tell no one that he was the Messiah. Then Jesus made it clear to his disciples that it was now necessary for him to go to Jerusalem, submit to an ordeal of suffering at the hands of the religious leaders, be killed, and then on the third day be raised up alive. Peter took him in hand, protesting, "Impossible, Master, that can never be." But Jesus didn't swerve. "Peter, get out of my way. Satan, get lost. You have no idea how God works." The Gospel of the Lord. Reflections on the Gospel according to Matthew chapter 16, verses 13 to 23. The evangelist places the scene in Caesarea Philippi, a place known for the abundance of vegetation, fruits, and fertile land, developed by Philip, one of the sons of Herod. This locality was formerly called Panias because it was believed that in this corner of the paradise, the pagan god Pan and the Nymphs had established their residence. Philip built a beautiful city here and named it Caesarea in honor of the emperor Tiberius Caesar. The place offered all the luxuries and happiness of the world. The two names of Caesar and Philip were combined to create the name of the land as Caesarea Philippi. It is here Jesus chooses to question his disciples. To those who believe in Philip, he offered all the luxuries and joys of life. What does Jesus offer? Can Jesus assure something better than Philip? So he questions, "Who do people say that I am?" People regarded him as one of the eminent personalities like John the Baptist, Elijah, Jeremiah, one of the ancient prophets. Their admiration for Jesus is undeniable. However, the respect and veneration are not sufficient to be regarded as his disciple. Therefore, the more intimate question, "Who do you say that I am?" When Peter makes the profession of faith, he is perhaps not aware of what it implies. The continuation of the conversation clearly shows that Peter, in fact, did not understand anything of Christ. Peter's understanding of the Messiah must have been of a God who behaved like God Pan and the Nymphs. Jesus renamed Simon as Cephas. In Aramaic, it does not mean rock. Rather, It simply meant construction stones. The rock on which the church is built is Christ Himself, and the profession of faith by Peter and all the believing community is the stone with which the church is built. All those who, like Peter and with Peter, profess his faith are the living stones which constructs the church of God today. The expression, the gates of hell, represent the powers of evil. They indicate all that is opposed to life and works of God. Jesus assures that nothing can prevent the church from completing its mission of salvation. Peter also receives the keys and the power of binding and loosing. These two images are often used by rabbis. The rabbis were convinced of possessing the keys of the Torah because they knew the scriptures. They believed that everyone had to depend on their doctrinal decisions and judgments. Jesus takes away this key from them, which they appropriated abusively, and now hands it over to Peter. And he is not assigned to be the doorkeeper of paradise. Instead, Jesus tells him to become an example to the flock, to open wide the entrance to the knowledge of Christ and of His gospel to everyone. The one who passes through the door opened by Peter with his profession of faith encounters salvation. Those who refuse remain excluded.